Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Will and Wise.
The Dog Show Drive.
That's right. I'm Will.
And I'm Y.
Yep, just because. This week on the Dog Show Drive, we have some news across Canada. We're going to talk a bit about the fires up near Yvonne, which are frightening. We're going to talk about AI in the dog show world. Is it a positive or negative? They are using AI to help us do things. And we have a really fun kennel and bench for you. All that
and more
on this week's edition of Will and Wise,
the Dog Show Drive.
How's it going up there?
It's going fine. I have not caught on fire yet, but you know.
Oh, it sounds frightening.
It's very bad here. Who would have ever thought? I don't know. I've lived here all my life, never had it this. So a lot of the places around.
You, Al Gore.
Yeah, a lot of the places around us are on fire. A lot of evacuation orders are going in. A lot of our First Nations people around have had to be evacuated already. So, yeah. And then the place where we have camp, it's getting too close for comfort there because one of the First Nation reserves is right around there and they've evacuated them. So we're just, we're going to hope for the best. Darren just texted me, said the wind changed. So we're hoping it's going to blow back on itself. And there still will be camp this weekend, hopefully. So yeah, it's
crazy.
Yeah. Well, the last 2 days, like when we were talking yesterday morning, like the smoke outside, and we had ash falling on our deck last night. Like it looked like it was somewhat like little bit of snow. It was crazy. Yeah. So there's ash all over the deck. Fanny is like not happy. She goes outside and she instantly knows that something is definitely not right. So she gets very upset, just wants to go back in the house. Carolyn, they have cattle, and she said they're not moving anywhere. They're sticking right by the barn, and they don't venture out into the field at all. They're just hanging around. So, and it was so eerie last night. It was like a 40-watt light bulb was all the light that we had. It was crazy because here in Thunder Bay, it doesn't get dark until like 10 o'clock, 10:30, because we are actually in the wrong time zone. But it was like there's just it was a yellowy glow, and it's just insane. So yeah, hopefully it'll and it's so hot. I was just telling you, like yesterday it was 40 degrees here and it felt like 50. That's what so today is not as hot. It's about 33, 34 right now, which is still gross, but thank goodness for
rain in sight.
No, not really. Nope. They said it's supposed to be hot all week. So, and yeah, so it's just crazy because there's like fire to the west of us. There's fire and then even in some of our neighboring townships that are really close, which, we all still consider Thunder Bay, they're like out in the Nalulu, Whitefish Valley area. They're battling a forest fire over there too. So yeah, it's just nuts.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was like that down here last year.
Yeah, you guys had a lot.
Touch wood that it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That is frightening. I'm sorry.
Yep. So I'm going to make sure my kit's ready in case we do have to evacuate. Like I said, I don't think us in the city have anything to worry about, but you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. Yeah.
Fire is kind of unstoppable when it's frightening.
Yeah. So, and she's hot here. So hot. Yes. Don't like it.
Well, let's try to get some little cheerier conversation going. What did you do on the weekend? Did you go to a dog show?
No. Remember, Will, what's going on right now? Or was going on? There's so many sports. So I had my Wimbledon finals to watch, and then the rodeo, the Calgary Stampede rodeo to watch.
Shoot, get up, you're staying paid.
It was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome because that's all I did. I just watched my sports in my house. Cool. I went to a baseball game though, like our local Border Cats. I don't know if they're AAA or whatever. They kind of suck this year, but it's my friend's birthday, so she rented the party deck. There's a party deck, so we went on the party deck, and we had a lovely evening. And then then just watched sports. Tried to watch the dog shows on the interweb. And I get bored. I'm not going to lie. I just tend to fast forward to who won. And then I'm like, that's good enough. Unless someone specifically asked me to watch their dog,
Right. Right.
Yeah. So, what'd you do? Well, did you go? You weren't judging.
I was judging. I was in Victoria, on the West Coast. Victoria, I was on the island. And Vic City Kennel Club. And I judged the first day there on Friday. And then Saturday, I had the pleasure to judge the Border Terrier Club of Canada National Specialty.
Yes, you were saying that. And they have a really good entry that you said.
They had a good entry, and they had a great turnout. They had a banquet afterwards, so it was like a real banquet. It was
did you
really
go?
nice. I did, yes.
Really? Yeah. Because sometimes you
we had ribs.
Oh.
We had ribs and enamel bars.
Ooh. Delightful.
Yeah, and I had to get up and say a few words. So I did, I don't like getting up and saying a few words, but oh well. Put me in, coach.
This thing.
You just shut it off. There goes.
Yeah, she's back on.
But it was great. But I'll tell you, I get the trip home. It's almost you're on a plane all day long.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Jeez, you're so tired.
I was so tired. I had to have a nap on Monday, and I don't usually nap, and I was so tired.
Yeah, because it's 5 hours.
Yeah,
and then you add the 3 with the time, and then the 3 with the time change. So it's an all-day event for sure.
Yeah, my flight left at 6 a.m. in BC. Mm-hmm. Then I connected in Calgary.
Yeah.
And carried on. I got to Toronto probably around, 3:30-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to go get my car, and then I had to drive across Toronto, which is a pain in the butt. And then I got home, and then all was good, but I was tired yesterday. Yeah. I'm still a bit tired today. I got up earlier today and got moving, but and I leave for New Brunswick tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. We always record on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I leave for
right. You're going to Miramichi.
Yeah, Miramichi.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's I love judging, so I will. It'll be fun. But guess who called me last night?
Who?
Mr. Ed Biven.
Get out.
Get out. Well,
really?
I reached out to him first because when I was I was at a hotel in Victoria, actually Elk Lake, and I was just going through my Border Terrier stuff, and I came across him judging Westminster on YouTube. So I watched it, right? Because I always loved watching him judge.
Yeah.
So he was on my mind most of the time. So when I got home, I sent him a message just questioning how he was and blah, blah, blah. Well, he called me last night. We talked for a good half hour, 40 minutes. It was great. It was great hearing his voice. And his back is not good, but he sounded very positive, and he was asking me all about certain dogs, and it was great. And nice. he agreed to do an interview with me. So that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait for that.
That will be good, really good. Yeah. It's one I will probably listen to.
But he's always been one of my favorites, and so
mine as well.
So great hearing him. And speaking with him, and
yes,
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And he's just a great dog, man.
yeah,
I was telling George, I did my podcast this morning with George Alston, and I told him about. I was talking to Ed. He said Ed Biven is today's Alva Rosenberg. Well, that's true, and that's incredible, right? And
yeah.
I don't know if Ed knows that George feels that way, but I'll
So
tell
maybe
him what
for some of our newer viewers, maybe we should explain who Ed Biven is.
Ed Biven is an Albright judge that's retired, I don't know, about 5 years ago due to his bad back. He could still
Yeah,
be judging, but he was one of those judges that if you were judging in April and it was the beginning of the year, you marked it on your calendar because you wanted to make sure everything was perfect by the time you got to Mr. Biven, Ed Biven.
yeah,
And just the way he examines dogs, he does everything for a reason and a purpose. And it's just, and he's going to answer right or wrong. He's going to answer your question if you ask him. He's just one of those guys that
yeah.
you held up in that high esteem with the Mrs. Clarks and the Bob and Janes and
Michelle
Mike
Billings.
Billings, and he was in the same category. So for George to say that he's today's Alva Rosenberg was a handler that came over from England, and he became a judge, obviously, and he brought in some of the best dogs our country has seen, and he was just known as an authority on dogs.
Yeah.
And
then Mr. Biven he was married to Irene Biven.
They bred
Dobermans. Yep.
Yeah, he's remarried. He has a dachshund now, a standard smooth dachshund. Yeah, he loves her. We were talking about her for a while. He said she's a really pretty one. He never had her shown though, but she doesn't need to. He gets to look at her every day, so he doesn't need anybody to tell him that she's pretty because he knows she's pretty. So
right, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I look forward to that interview for sure.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. Get on it. I was napping when he called the first time, so I thought that was because he called, but then it hung up right away. I don't know why. And I thought, well, maybe he butt dialed me. He read the message, then butt dialed me, but then he called right back. So
there you go.
Yeah, so excellent. It was just fun.
Very good.
Yep. So on with the show. This is it, right?
Yep. Let's go.
We've already been through a lot of things. And don't forget the drive is going live July 30th at 7 p.m. So Yvonne and I will be on Facebook Live July 30th at 7 p.m. as long as we can.
First of all, we have to remember.
Well, I've written it down on my calendar.
Well, I've got Megan on it.
Have you written it down on your calendar?
No, because that's why I was having a panic attack this week, because I realized I had another big event that day as well. I have a charity golf tournament that I have to go to, but I was told I will be done by between 4:30 and 5. So I should be able to get, and it's just over there, so I should be able to get to the office and get us all ready to roll.
Just so everyone knows that's listening, after each show, one of Yvonne's jobs is to write the synopsis for the show and send it to Doc, who does our editing and producing and whatnot. And I remind her every show after the show. Don't forget to send the synopsis to Doc. And then Doc sends messages to both of us because he knows we're and they're always like, well, if you were to describe this episode, how would you describe it?
Yeah. I have to remember, he sent something last week which was really funny. And I was like, it was funny, but it was irritating at the same time because I'm like, I know, I'll get to it. And I was like, you're hilarious, Doc. I'll even lie to Will, because Will will say, have you done the synopsis? And I'll be like, yes. And then I go do it.
If you were to describe this episode in your own words, how would you describe it?
In your own words. I don't know. That's the problem, because it's in my own words. It's what's taken so long. Because sometimes I have no words.
You're just, speechless after the episode.
Speechless. I have to take it all in. I have to process.
You're too busy thinking, what am I going to see? Well, I'm going to give him that heart stopper.
That's what I told you the other day. I said, you better, when I see you in real life, you better be in bubble wrap, because I am.
Well, this is real life. You mean in person?
Yeah, in person. When I see you in person, I am lambasting you. Probably several times.
Because when we're hooking up for this show, she has her microphone. Sometimes it's not on, and she'll say, "Can you hear me?" And I'll pretend like I don't hear anything, and it tends to annoy Miss Yvonne. If she was right next to me, I wouldn't do it, because then I get chicklets.
You know what'd be super funny is if that actually happened, and then you we could have an arm come through the screen. We have to work on that. Production.
We're not hiding the special effects here at the Dog Show Drive.
Anyhow, all right.
Anyway, we better carry on.
Across Canada, brought to you by Canadian Dog Fancier, showcasing Canada's top dogs. So where do we start? Oh, London Canine Association. Last weekend in Elmer, Ontario, 4 shows, total entry of 543 dogs, up from the previous year of 317 dogs. So very well done. And then the Victoria City. I'm laughing because there's a typo, so I'm laughing.
Yeah, Victoria
City Kennel Club, Vic City Kennel Club in Saskatchewan, BC. 3 shows for a total number of 711 dogs, which was slightly up from the previous year of 700 dogs. Well done. 700 dogs over 3 shows. Very well. Very well done. Then the Wascana Dog Club in Belgoni, Saskatchewan.
Relatively new club.
I think we had this conversation last year. I swear we did.
It's just not a recognizable name, Wascana.
And then I'm going to say, I don't really think so, Will. Anyhow, they had 6 shows for a total entry of 812 dogs, which was just down marginally from 821. So we're going to still call that a win. And then the Sault Ste. Marie Kennel Club in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, 6 shows for a total entry of 344, which was down from 511 the year before. That's a big drop. That was those were very small shows. And then we have Club Canin de Basse Saint-Laurent in Rimouski, Quebec. And they had 6 shows for a total entry of 934 dogs, which was up from the previous year of 841. So well done. Very, very good. And then the Newfoundland Kennel Club in St. John's, Newfoundland, on the 11th and the 12th. They had 4 shows for a total entry of 270 dogs, which was about same as the previous year of 275. So that's well done. And then Cape Breton Kennel Club on the 11th and 12th as well in Stellarton, Nova Scotia. They had 4 shows for 454 dogs, and I'm going to say it's close to about what they had the previous year, because the previous year they only had 2 shows for 285 dogs. So, yeah, that's I'm getting worried about us shows up here in the north. We're getting smaller and smaller all the time, because I know the entry. I know the entry for Thunder Bay is not that large either in a couple of weekends. So we're gonna have to do some thinking.
There's a lot of different factors involved. There's the total number of shows, but not so much up there. But it's the cost of living, it's the price. It's the price of gas, it's the price to bring your judges here, in. The prices. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. So, let's also look at some
luxury sport.
Yeah. So let's look at some closing dates coming up. Alberni Valley Kennel Club on Wednesday, July 22nd at 11 p.m. And the show secretary is Lisa Tremblay. You have the Glacier View Kennel Club. Also, show secretary Lisa Tremblay, closing on the 22nd as well. Then Manitoba Canine Association, closing date Wednesday, July 22nd. This is the one I'll put in my calendar, Will.
Well, why is that? Because you're entering it.
Because anyway.
You had a bit of a freak out at the beginning of before we started recording that you thought
I
it was small.
I was going through it, yes. And they close at 9 p.m. And the show secretary is Corinne Walker. And then we have the Grey Bruce Kennel and Obedience Club on Monday, July 20th. It closes at 8 p.m. or when their limit is reached. And that's an MJN show service.
And that's in Harrison Park, and they have the best ice cream in the world there.
Oh, right. You said that. Yeah. Oh, and then we have the North Shore Dog Club. It's my club. It'll be fun, folks. It'll be fun. Closing on Wednesday, July 22nd at 12 midnight or when our limit is reached. And the show secretary is Chris Brown. And then we have Club Canin de la Veille Capitale, closing on Wednesday, July 22nd.
Like they've got a different word for everything.
Yep, I do. At 8 p.m. And the show secretary is Lizanne Hamill. And the New Brunswick Kennel Club, closing on Wednesday, July 22nd at 10 p.m. or when their limit is reached. And that show secretary is Sue Ryu. And that is your closings, brought to you by Canadian Dog Fancier, showcasing Canada's top dogs. Is that right? Right, excellent. Now we have a show.
We're going to spotlight Manitoba Canine Association.
Yes.
And in bold yellow, it says closing date.
I thought it closed tomorrow. That's why I was freaking out.
Freaking out.
All
right. Show Spotlight brought to you by
Show Scene Magazine, the place to be seen.
To be seen.
Okay, you go through it so I can read the premium list and see what I'm supposed to be doing.
All right. Manitoba Canine Association closes July 2nd at 9 p.m. August 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. It's an outdoor event. It's held in, where is it held? Hudnut Road, East Street, Hall, Manitoba.
Where?
4 all breed. Thursday to Sunday, 4 all breed confirmation shows, 4 all breed obedience rally trials, 2 all breed obedience trials, limited shows for group 6, 2 baby puppy events Friday and Saturday, and Thursday is MCA all breed sweepstakes. There's associated specialties, the Bass Hound Club of Canada, the Finnish Lapin Club of Canada regional specialty. The Bass Hound Club was the national specialty. The Golden Retriever Club of Canada national specialty. The Golden Retriever Club of Manitoba. Manitoba Hound Club. Manitoba Sporting Dog Association specialty. Manitoba Working and Herding Association. Prairie Toy Association. Red River Terrier Association, River City Labrador Enthusiasts, Saluki Club of Canada National. Saluki Club of Canada Western Regional, Samoyed Association of Canada National, Winnipeg and Area Shetland Sheepdog Association. That's a lot of specialties. That's going to be fun. The panel this year, we have Delvina Bulak coming in, Murray Clark, Danik Dankos, Diane Fast, Sharon Lockhart, Ronald Mahan, Betty Piers, Thor Brown, Pamela Bruce, Dr. Gail Forsyth, Patricia Taylor, Delvin Lunn, Jamie Short, and we also have Carl Liebman coming in too. Doing a lot of specialties. Friend of the show, Carl Liebman. I've known Carl almost my entire dog show life because he used to show in Toronto a lot with him and his wife and their golden retrievers and Labradors. And later on, I showed some of his dogs for him. It was when he would go off hunting. He always went moose hunting in Newfoundland, and he would leave me a dog to finish while he was hunting, and then kind of on the way home, he'd pick it up because he always finished him fast because he bred some beautiful dogs. Yeah. So, and that is, we've already went through the associated specialties. Junior handling competition offered that weekend as well. What else we have? Baby puppy events. Talked about that. Talked about that. I think we covered everything.
They have a puppy sweepstakes. Did we tell you that?
Yeah, I said that.
They have an all breed puppy sweepstakes. Yes.
Yep, I did that. And
All
it closes
right.
July 22nd. The show secretary is Corinne Walker.
Yep.
I covered everything.
It'll be fun. They used to, I don't know if, I don't.
It is a fun show.
I didn't see if, because they often at that show will have like a, I don't know if they will or not this year because I can't see it in the thing, but they often had like a easy banquet they would host. Remember afterwards on the Saturday, they used to, you could buy tickets, be $10-15, and they used to have a banquet, like everyone just bring your own chair, and there was table setups, and they had like a little buffet going on. Remember?
Well, it doesn't say anything about that, so I wouldn't talk about it.
I know. Well, I'm just saying.
Now people are going to be all upset. Oh, could we be
well, what they could do is everyone could just join up together, do like the big old potluck, or bring your dinner under the tent, and everyone sit around together. See, I'm not. Oh well, if I go, I could be in charge of that. No, I can't.
You'll start it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will.
Reach out to Yvonne Norton at
thedogshow.ca. Oh, anyway, but that used to be one of my favorite shows as a kid.
Oh, it's a great show, yeah.
Because back in the olden days,
olden days,
yes, in the late 1900s.
In the 1900s,
it used to be held at the St. John's Ravenscourt School. And that used to be fantastic, especially if you were a kid, because you just ran loose on those grounds, and it was so much fun. They used to rent out the school would rent rooms out, so you stayed in the dormitories. It was awesome. Oh yeah, it was super fun. It was super fun. Anyhow, those are my youngin' memories of Manitoba when I was a kid. So all right, so now on to our American show. And I didn't print this out, so I have to look at my other screen. I apologize, but there's a lot of pages to these things. So our U.S. show is Greeley Kennel Club, which entries close on Wednesday, July 29th. And this is an Honor Frio show. And this is a very big show. Saturday, August, what is it? Saturday, I can't even see. Saturday, August 15th, 16th, and Monday, August 17th. There is a lot of special events. They have the barn hunt, dock diving, fast cat, fetch. They have obedience trials Friday through Saturday. They have the Greeley Kennel Club Breeder Showcase competition. That sounds like fun. They have a Best in Specialties competition because there's a whole whack of specialties here. Best Bred by Exhibitor and Show. They have a heart clinic. They have CG testing and trick dog. And then Canine Health Testing Clinic. And they have a Best Overall National Owner Handler Series on Monday, August 17th. They also have open shows there. They have the FSS and Miscellaneous Breed 6 open shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, they have the Yakutan Lakia Club of America. Is that how you say that? I just totally winged it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. American Portuguese Patadengo Medio Grande Club on Saturday. The American
What's with the accent?
I don't know, because I like that word, Patadengo.
Padango.
Padango. I like to put extra letters in, just like, the logo. So they have another on Saturday, the American, the Shikuku Club. They're also on Saturday. And then the Portuguese Padango. Oh, see, it's not as fun when I say it. Anyway, they also are on Saturday or Sunday.
Judges. One of those ones that when you're talking to a hearing impaired person, you speak louder. Well, they don't understand your language. You just speak louder again.
Yeah, you just go louder. That's me.
That'll work.
I have a really, really funny joke to send you. Now that I think, I have a really funny joke to send you. So judges are Diane Ammerman, Mr. Hal Bierman, Kathleen Brock, Kathy Brown, Peggy Brown, Joseph Caputa, Lucretia Conrad. Hey, we know that guy, Stephen Daynard. How about that?
Who?
Stephen, you totally had me. The big fella. Shauna DeMoss, Beth Downey, Mary Dukes. So she's going to be at that show. Julie Felton, Brandy Greenhagen, Gina Grissom, Marlene Groves, Lou Guerrero, Edward Hall, Robin Hugg, and Dr. Joseph Hugg, George Marquis, Douglas McFarlane, Karen Rooks-Nauer, Charlotte Patterson. She will also be there. Jean Pirro, Rachel Pickering.
I wanted to say Rochelle Ricard, and one woman's erotic journey from Milan to Minsk. You wanted to say that, didn't you?
I have 4 more names, please. Okay, Adrian and Michelle Casada, and Sheila, Rico, and Danielle Sand. I don't know if I'll be able to get through the rest. Oh, there's 2 more. Laura Seal and John Wade. So there you go. That is your judging panel.
That's a big judging panel.
And I apologize now, as that was just goofy. Let's see, what else do we have? So we have several specialties and supported entries. So on Thursday, we have the Gordon Setter Club of America, Irish Setter Club of Colorado, Labrador Retriever Club of Greater Denver, the Mile High Golden Retriever Club, Rocky Mountain Hound Association, American Hairless Terrier Club of America, Cairn Terrier Club of America. And then on Friday, the Yucatan Lakia Club of America, Danish Swedish Farm Dog Club of America, American Portuguese Padengo Medio Grande Club, Greater Denver Area Cocker Spaniel Club. Okay, Megan, you doubled up on me here. The Columbine Dachshund Club, Rocky Mountain Akita Club, Scottish Terrier Club of Greater Denver, Cairn Terrier Club of Greater Denver, Greater Denver Soft-Coated Wheaten Terrier, lots of terrier specialties, Columbine Sky Terrier, French Bulldog Club of Colorado, they have 2 specialties. A lot of these have 2 specialties, FYI. Gordon Setter Club of America, Irish Setter Club of Colorado, Greater Denver Dalmatian Club, Pembroke Welsh Corgi Club of the Rockies, Labrador Retriever Club of Greater Denver, Rocky Mountain Boston Terrier Club, a lot of these, American Brittany Club, United States Australian Shepherd Association. So yeah, lots of, and then I think
there's a lot there.
There's just a lot. There's just a lot that I can't go through because, as we all know, I get tongue-tied. And let's see. They have the AKC Fetch and Fast Cat tests. I think I went through all of this stuff too. So there will just be a lot of shows and a lot of things to do at this show. Oh, they have dock diving too. I get excited.
I know you like your dock diving.
I do like it. The vibe at dock diving is like no other. Let me tell you. I wish I could just go to a show and sit by dock diving all day. When in Orlando, that's what I always. I just want to go sit there. Anyway, they got a bunch of health testing clinics. And the show closes Wednesday, July 29th. It's a Jack Onofrio dog show. And that's your show spotlights, folks. Brought to you by
Don't miss it.
Show Scene Magazine, the place to be seen.
There we go. That was a good one. So this week's topic is an interesting one.
It is, because it made us laugh, first of all.
Yeah. Because, we'll get into that. This week's topic is sponsored by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy.
Where your success is our success.
That's right. AI in the dog fancy. Innovation or misrepresentation? No, now it's not. It's AI, not A1 steak sauce. It's AI.
AI, yeah.
Fancy.
I thought at first when I read it was like Al? Which Al?
Episode AI in the dog fancy, innovation or misrepresentation, blah, blah, blah. Artificial intelligence has exploded over the past year. It It's writing articles, creating videos, designing logos, and now it's finding its way into dog show advertising. Taste of a new generation. Pepsi. This week's episode was inspired by an advertisement that generated quite a bit of discussion online. It's beautifully designed, celebrates a dog's accomplishments, but it also raises some interesting questions about how AI is being used in our sport. And we asked Doc to display the advertisement on the screen. I don't know if he's going to or not.
Well, what time is it? Write down the time when we talked about this. And then we'll know.
Okay, 34 minutes, Doc.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, our discussion today isn't about criticizing the exhibitor or the dog's accomplishments. Those wins are real. Instead, we're using this advertisement as an example to discuss the growing role of AI in dog show advertising and where we, as a community, think the line should be.
Yep.
Yeah. Segment 1, AI has arrived. So, yes. It's helping out the dog world, designing kennel advertisements, creating logos. It's writing newsletters, social media graphics, catalog layouts, educational materials, podcast promotions, translating articles. Question, is AI simply another tool like Photoshop was 20 years ago?
That's a good question.
What do you think?
Well, I do believe that there are a lot of benefits to AI, but in the same breath, though, I can say that there's a lot of things I don't like about AI, and I think I have more of a problem with AI in the creative venue.
You were even saying earlier when we were discussing this, on Monday mornings we discuss our ideas, and you were saying that you were trying to search something and it kept coming up with the wrong answers.
Yes.
And answers from out in left field.
Yeah.
And that could be a problem because a lot of people rely on ChatGPT or AI or whatever to research things.
Yes.
And we know this.
I do not feel that it is a good research tool for that. And it's not just this one instance I had about it. It's some of the different people I follow on Facebook and like their doctors and stuff. They too will go in and, when, how people will say, they're in the comments and they'll be like, well, I searched this up and this is what it was. And the one doctor, she's very good. She was like, okay, this is what you put in. And yep, this is what came out. Now, this is what I put in. And then she kept asking the AI more questions. And then the AI was like, you are correct that I misrepresented that answer. And it's fascinating because, like I said, when I was doing research, I was just looking up some information on dogs from like 30 something years ago. And I knew the dog's name, so I just, tossed the dog's name in, but they never had the right owners on the dog. They never had the right breeders on the dog. The only thing they got correct was the handler. I think they had the show record correct, but as far as like even her call name, it had incorrect. And then it was so funny because it was like AI asked me if I would submit the information to them. And I'm like, am I getting paid for this? I don't think so, So, but it was like, I just found that, I think that was a point for me where I was like, holy crap. Like, this was not really difficult information I was asking for. I wasn't asking for, the chemical makeup of, something. I was just, I just wanted to know the owner of record, the breeder of record, and, the dog's name. spelled correctly.
The problem being is someone that like you already had an idea of what you were talking about. But someone that was putting something that didn't know what they were talking about, they were expecting an answer. Let's say a chemical breakdown of something. Well, they might get the wrong answers.
Yes, exactly.
And let's face it, AI has become a useful tool for a lot of people. It saves a lot of time for a lot of things. Yeah. I'm guilty of it. When I wrote those children's books, I was searching for an illustrator, and I was having a hard time finding an illustrator, and I forget what the app I went on, but the ones that I could afford, they were using AI anyway, so I just went that route, and because it was quicker, and there was a deadline, I wanted to get it out, and in retrospect, I wish I hadn't, just because I felt bad.
Yeah, I understand that.
I should have been more. I should have been patient. I should have been more patient and went ahead with a real illustrator, because my nephew and my son were working on it, but life got in the way, and I had a deadline that I needed to get it out, and it didn't work out. Well, I'm not letting that happen again. But it definitely does. There are some benefits to it, like
yes.
For breeders, we have professional-looking ads. Yes, they do get you a professional-looking ad. Affordable marketing is definitely affordable compared to hiring a graphic designer. Logo design, a lot of hit and miss, but you're going to keep going until you get what you like. And website graphics, yes. But you and I both know that if you go on to, say, TikTok or Reels or whatnot, you can always tell.
Yeah.
An AI reel. Like I'm sure it's going to get advanced where you're not going to be able to, but like you can tell. And let's face it, when I come across those ones, I just scroll to the next one, because
exactly.
It's not what I wanted to hear. For clubs, it's great for premium list introductions, president messages, because you can just put in point form and they'll organize it for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I find that to be the useful part of AI for a lot of people. Writing something like a president's message or like your little bio of yourself. I've even had to do some letters to clients, like some of the ones I fire, and I don't know where to start or how to get. So you just tell it, you say, I need to let go of a client. They've been with me for X number of years. These are the reasons why, and have a softer tone to it, and then boom, it comes out with a letter. I change a few things in it, and then it's done. And that took, whereas usually, like, that would have probably taken me the better part of a day, just because I would have been sitting there, trying to be, nice about it or not nice about it. Shut up.
Well,
I'm telling you right now, I have often thought, I wonder if I could get ChatGPT to do
our podcast.
No. Wouldn't that be funny if one day we just had our little avatars? But no, to do the synopsis for me. And I always think, I wonder if
figure it out. Because you can figure it out. You can you can read, let's just say, introductions on advertisements and whatnot. You can tell, because there's no personal level there anymore about those things. My son Jamie is in the arts. He does a lot of writing and working on movies and whatnot. And AI, he despises it because he worries about the creative side of it all. And I agree with him.
I totally agree with that. Yes.
Like we've seen snippets of it now on Reels, on TikTok and whatnot, about where you'll see a movie trailer you think is a movie trailer, start watching it, but you figure out a few seconds right in that it's not real, that it's an AI, because it's missing that creative side of it.
Yeah. And even with, and like, we're going to talk more about the dog show ads. What was really funny, I asked Megan, who's part of my dog club, and I asked her, I said, I need a couple of those quick ads so that I can put them on my Facebook page for our dog club. blah, blah, blah. So she runs them through AI, which is, I just need these fast. And we don't need, and we've already advertised in the magazines. So, I mean, we have used the creative source, but I needed some fast ones. So she created a bunch for me. And so I threw one up, and that Hopi, she's like, Mom, the ad for the dog show. Really? AI? Really, Mom? And I'm like, shut up. Like, like you can totally.
By. Like, I'm sure it's going to get to the point where they're going to be able to fool us. But right now, you're not getting by. Like, I'm guilty of trying it. Like I said about the children's book, which I promise I won't ever do again. But it is a helpful tool in regards of, like, you can get things done. You can ask them questions about what your approach to something, and it'll give you a pretty good breakdown. You have to play with it and whatnot. But even here, the benefits, it says for podcasts, episode summaries, well, you still have to put in, you're still putting something into that.
It still needs some form of information for sure. It's just not going to come up with whatever.
And the social media posts and YouTube thumbnails, which are all good, but it's still lacking that personal creativity part of it. Like the ad that we're talking about has a picture of your brother in it. Well, AI created Raymond Urich, and it's not even close to Raymond Urich.
And all three judges in that it do not look like the judges
themselves.
And that's where I think that's where you really have to be careful, because now you've created something that, I mean, I know Raymond's probably not offended because he doesn't get that way, but I mean, but it's a little bit funny. I think it was funny because he had a lot of hair. But I mean, but I looked at that and I was like, that's just not right to represent those judges in that regard. Like, why just, like, you should have just got their photos and you could, I mean, and if you're going to do that, you have to be really careful about stuff like that. Cause I just didn't feel that was, to me, I feel that's a touch insulting to those judges. And I mean, I get that you wanted to thank them. I mean, you could have just listed their names.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Like the picture of the dog didn't look AI, but I don't know the dog.
No, that the picture itself was all real, because I know the photographer, because this was told, that ad was told to me by the actual photographer of the photo. Okay. And she's like, have you seen that ad with your brother in it? And I was like, no. And she's like, oh yeah, it's interesting. And I was like, okay. And then I had another friend and I hadn't seen the ad at all. And then just before, I guess it was this weekend, someone had sent it to me through Facebook. And I was...
and it's, let's face it, it is addicting playing with it.
Oh, for sure.
Because I did that Step Brothers ad for us, and I laughed my head off.
Well, a lot of people did, because it was pretty funny. But what other one? That was the only one we published, though, right?
Yeah, and then
because we had a few other ones that were pretty funny too.
Yeah, but that wasn't serious. We weren't trying to fool anybody with those things.
No,
that was just for fun and games. But then you worry about, like, you start hearing about all the negative sides of AI with the water being used and whatnot.
The data centers and all of this. It's
frightening.
This is a tough world we live in for all the conveniences that we enjoy. And, like, let's face it, AI is a convenience. Like, I mean, I do have an AI service that I subscribe to or whatever, and it's not GPT, it's one of the other ones. But you could ask Carolyn. I get all giddy and excited because if it can alleviate some of my workflow, I mean, and that's why I want it, is to aid me in doing something, a repetitive task that doesn't require a lot of my brain power. But if I could just punch it in and get it done, then it saves me so much time. And that's, what we're looking at. But then
there are definitely benefits to it.
But then I sit there and I worry about, like I live beside, the largest inland lake in the world. And I think about, what's going to happen when all these data centers, and there's, fighting, and a lot of people are like really getting upset about the damage it does to water and even the sound that it creates, because apparently those big data centers have like a humming noise, right? So it's just, I don't know, it's a tough call.
But it's like anything else, any advancements, there's always some negative sides to it.
Yeah.
Like I have a robot vacuum, and like she'll get trapped underneath my sewing machine all the time. So it's like I've got to go save her. She's not taking over the world, trust me.
Yeah, poor Priscilla.
Like I have one of those old-fashioned sewing machines that you don't use it. It's just a end table thing, and she can't figure it out. So
you would have thought by now she might have.
She's not going to attack me in my sleep and try to take over the basement.
Yes, but no.
But it's the AI, like creating images of identifiable people, there's some work to be done there.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that's, and then my advice to anyone is, if you're going to do that, I don't know, unless it like really looks like the person, I would prefer if you just put their name, or actually got, you can do the floating heads. The floating heads in an ad is always fine with me.
And I created that ad for us, the Step Brothers promo. And I took a bunch of pictures of you and I
Yeah.
I just kept sending it until I got close.
Right. Yeah. Because they always want to make me look like a 65-year-old man. I don't know why, but they do. It's so frustrating.
So it is fun, but then you think about the downside of it, obviously the negativity about the water and whatnot, and thing with that was harmless because we weren't trying to fool anybody. We weren't trying to.
No, not at all.
For fun.
But people thought it was funny. So, I mean, we were just trying to get.
It was funny, but I got my fill that day. Like I sent you like 3 or 4, didn't I? I got my fill that day. I stopped doing it.
Well, I remember you said that. Oh, this is too addicting. I need to do something.
I gotta stop.
The Seinfeld one was, I think, probably the best. Really. And I don't think we ever posted that one, though.
No, we didn't use that one, no.
We should pull that up and use it on right before our live. Yes. So the question out to our audience is, well, how do they feel about using AI, or, especially when it comes to, if you're going to use it to enhance a photo, but, for, putting together an ad where, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's because I did run a magazine. I really would rather use a designer, someone who I can, talk to and, get input. And because they do have I think they have a better creative eye, but I don't know.
Well, it's definitely difference in a human creator compared to an AI creator. I think it's just time. It's just quicker and convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, I fell a victim to it too. And I just, I felt badly about not using a
person
creator. Yeah. And like I was trying to get it done at a deadline. I already discussed this. I can only apologize so many times.
Exactly. It's okay, Will. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's we've gone through all these points basically by ourselves without going through them. So what is what is it for? Like I think maybe editing is not bad for, it does create correct spelling errors and grammar errors.
It is a really good idea generator too, right? Because even or help you make a list, I mean, it's great at doing that. What are some of the steps I should take to, X, Y, Z? If I want to get this done, where should I start, or what should I, And it has, and the amount of information that it does have, and what it can give you. But like anything, it's still research, and any good researcher, or if you've had to write papers in high school or university, like, you never get to cite one source. You have to prove that the information that you have is in more than one source to validate the truth of it. So that's when
you're right.
When I say,
and even when we did those in school, like, we put those all together and then we made it our own. So it's sort of the same, I suppose, because as long as you don't use it verbatim, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I'm sure some people do, but I don't know.
But that's what they're talking about in like university and high school and stuff, is the fact that catching these AI generated papers, right? Where it's not the student.
Like when you searched the dog Fanny.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if the person scoring or marking the test knew that they would
information, the real information, and then you'd be like, because that, it's so funny, because when the information was coming up, I'm like, that's not right. That's not right.
I was fat F on this one.
I was getting so annoyed with it too. And I'm like, no, this one.
So I understand the convenience of it, but I think you have to be careful when you're using it.
You really have to be careful.
More than one source when you're researching such things.
Yeah, more than one source.
AI. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
I understand like writing and whatnot, and I don't know. I've been writing since I was in high school, and not professionally, but I've been trying to write articles and whatnot. And I understand the difference between your own words and using someone else's or AI generated words. You laugh. Like, what would Stephen King be like if he just decided to put down a point for him, The Shining, and then sent it into AI?
I still wouldn't watch it.
But would it be as scary? Probably not, because
Yeah,
Stephen King is Stephen King.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So we do have respecting. Let's just read this because Megan did put time into this. She probably put a day. I'm just kidding. Segment 6: respecting the people behind the sport. One point that often gets overlooked: judges aren't just names; they're people. They've dedicated decades to purebred dogs. Many have judged around the world. Their professional reputation deserves the same respect as their decisions in the ring. When we feature judges in advertisements, should we also have responsibility to represent them accurately? And I believe yes. Yeah.
Yes.
We've got to keep it more on a personal level. And I understand advancement, but technology peaked with frozen pizza as far as I'm concerned. And we've got to try to keep it at a human level. Closing thoughts. Technology isn't going away. Right.
Yeah.
And AI is becoming another tool in our toolbox. But dog shows have always been built on integrity, or at least we try to be. And you can't police integrity. Real dogs, real wins, real judges, real accomplishments. As AI becomes part of our sport, maybe the question isn't whether we should use it, it's whether we should always make sure that what we're presenting still reflects reality.
Yeah. And the other thing, she's like, maybe in some of those ads, you have to say that this is AI generated artwork, or, just like putting a photographer's name in an ad, maybe you have to now do AI generated or something like that.
Yeah. And like when I wrote those books, I hate harping on it, but I had to disclose that the illustrations were AI before they would accept them at the publisher. And, it's just the way it went. So.
Mm-hmm. And then at the very bottom, does it see what it says? Do you see what it says? Full disclosure, this week's topic outline made up with the help of AI.
Well, Megan, she's forthright.
Well, we're going to be honest with you, folks. This is how we get through these things.
That was topic of the week. sponsored by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy.
Where your success is our success.
That's right.
Woo.
And
Yes.
now we're on to, with just enough time, we have like 4 minutes left.
Kennel and Bench. We're going to get us some Kennel and Bench. And this is from July 1979. I was 9 years old. I remember this because I remember this Dogs in Canada. I remember it.
Well, Kennel and Bench is brought to you by Pro Plan. Yes. Fuel for life.
Fuel for life. So Megan gave us a whole bunch of advertisements of, I think this was, now the best part of July, Dogs in Canada, what was the best part back in the day?
Top dog issue.
It was the top dog issue, yes.
We had to wait till July.
We had to wait till July. Now we can't wait a half an hour for someone to respond to an email or a text for 10 minutes, mind you. And back then we had to wait until July to know exactly where the chips fell. So that year it was Long John's. This was Long John Silver, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is Long John Silver. Yeah.
Yes, the Newfoundland, the Landseer.
Judy Taylor showed the dog a couple times too.
Yep. So. Joan Morden, who presented the Dogs in Canada Award, because Joan Morden was a tabulator at that time, wasn't she?
Yes, she was the one that kept track of the top dog points back in the day.
Yes.
And so Long John Silver was top dog all breed in 1978.
Yes.
His owner, Lynn Raymond. Yeah.
Let's see. What else does it say here?
And then we have iconic English Cocker, Ransfell's Newsflash with Virginia Line, number 8 sporting dog, number 1 English Cocker Spaniel. He was one of the reasons I fell in love with English Cockers. He just was. He was ahead of his time as far as I was concerned. When he won the group at Santa Barbara, it was over the moon. He was just a beautiful, beautiful dog. His brother was out too, Ransfell Nightcap of Harwin, and Mark Webster brought him to the Sportsman Show that year, and it was just a thrill to watch the two of them work. And it was incredible litter, the two dogs, the two boys. And she's still producing beautiful dogs to this day.
Yeah, because you judged a puppy of hers last weekend.
I did this past weekend. And beautiful dogs.
Hers and Kathy's. And it's so funny because you look at this picture of this dog, and he could probably walk. He could walk into the ring today and win.
Oh, there's no question he could.
Look at him.
No question. Yeah,
just beautiful. Yes, and then the next photo that we got is. This, I don't know. This is just to me. This is iconic. So it's Pharaoh, Canadian American and Bermudian champion, Lork Burke Sporting Chance, Canada's top greyhound in 1978, and number 5 hound. And this is.
And he was made famous by all those ads they used to do with him. Do you remember they used to do Christmas ads, and Harold would be dressed up as Santa Claus?
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, Wendy Keeler owned him. He was an incredible ad campaign, and the dog did a lot for the breed back in his day. And Harold was just a character. I mean, it introduced Harold to the rest of Canada. Really.
Yeah,
did.
Really. So. Yeah, and to Harold, who made it happen. And then the judge in this photo is Mr. Freeman Perry.
Freeman Perry at the time, he was Canada's youngest all-breed judge.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Yeah. And then another photo here is a golden retriever. Canadian Bermudian champion Nano Chris Haven's Son of Sky. And then
Son of Sky.
Son of Sky. Yeah, Jen and owned by Jennifer and Ian McCauley
owned and bred him, or they co-bred him, I think. And but he was sired by a dog that Jennifer's sister, Judy Taylor, showed Skylon's Lancelot, so that's why it was Son of Sky.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
that was.
I remember all those dogs,
Yes. And then he was the number 1 golden for 76, 77, and 78. First golden to be in top sporting and in the top 10 all breeds, surpassing his sire's record as top golden for 73, 74, and 75. So there, a little bit of golden retriever.
And they were really smart because of who was Jennifer's main competition in golden retrievers back in that day. Her sister Judy who was married to Brian Taylor. So They were really smart. The year they campaigned him, they hired Brian to show him.
Show them.
So it took Brian and Judy out of the equation, and we're all one team. So it was a smart move.
That's just awesome. Then we also have Rocky, a German Shepherd. Number 1 Shepherd, number 5 working in 1978. And that would have been before the split. Yeah. Right? So that was American and Canadian champion Barrows just in time.
Yeah,
and I like how they have them. Yeah. A beautiful dog. And
I don't remember the dog very well, but hey, he sure looks handsome in his pictures. So
yeah. Well, I think this, because they're out in Alberta at that time. So this is Richard and Lois Fisher of Sherwood Park, Alberta. So that was a fun little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
July.
Kennel and Bench. You got to get ourselves more Kennel and Bench.
Kennel and Bench, yep. The old July issue of Dogs in Canada. Couldn't wait till that came in. What?
Almost just in time. We've done an hour and 3 minutes.
Wow. Pretty good for us. Yeah. Yep, and that's it. That's all. So don't forget to like, click, and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Audible, CastBox, or anywhere you happen to get your podcast. Check out our Facebook page, The Dog Show Drive, Canadian Edition. Email us your ideas, your comments, and more at dogshowdrive@gmail.com.
Ask Yvonne at Dog Show Drive.
Ask Yvonne what show she might be going to, where she's going to just do an impromptu dinner for everyone.
All right, take us away, Wine.
All right, everyone going to a show this weekend. Drive safe, seatbelt on, glasses on. Till next week, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Stay safe out there.